I wanted to do a tier list of just every hero and promotion in the game. The reason there's like some of letters is because a lot of the images are just exactly the same because, I don't know, uncreative developer I guess. And this isn't just going to be like for waving or even just the current versions, it's going to be considering everything I can think of I guess. So that will include like hell mode, waves, colony, I guess that's it, I guess that's all there is. So this is the left side I think, let me check quickly because I have a bad memory. No, okay, it's the right side, alchemist. So this is the one that has no gold benefits, it just makes free enemies into frogs, so obviously not very good. I've seen it used once ever and that was in an infinite colony build by Rush, and the thought process behind that was just get rid of enemies so that giants could target the tower, I guess. At least that's what I assume it was, and that probably wasn't even very efficient. That's just the only time I've ever seen this used, so that's... yeah. This right side alchemist though, the frogs are irrelevant, but it makes money. It's like 5% for frog, which is pretty good. The faster cooldown you have, the more you'll benefit from this. It's basically used in every gold build though, unless you're like very weak, because you can profit without it, kind of. It's a bit difficult, but I guess you're just pretty much always using it. So that's the bind promotion, that's just, as far as I'm aware, that's never used, ever. The middle promotion of Golem Master. Okay, this is the gem promotions. People do actually use this, at least for hell mode, if you're using a town archer build, which I do not use, so I'm not sure how necessary it is. I'll just put it in D because even though it is used there, it's only used there. Everywhere else is horrible. Right side Poseidon, the water spear, so that's the good one. It's used like in pretty late game wave builds, you're never going to really see it early on. And it's really good in Infinite Colony actually. It's terrible in like anything else other than those two, like waves, late game waves and Infinite Colony. But if you can get it working, it's like the best. Like crowd control because it also does good boss damage. So I might, maybe A. It's just hard to use though because you need 2 double cooldown items. And it has to be lower than your pure wizard, which is pretty rough for most people. Probably just A because the ceiling for it is so high. Okay, right side. Sorceress, that's the blizzards. Yeah, that's the blizzards, okay. I can't even tell if I like it more than the spikes, honestly. It's significantly better for colony. Probably worse for waves most of the time from what I can tell, but it's like hard to see, hard to tell for me. Needs cooldown items like Poseidon. But I think generally easier to use because it is better crowd control. It's just, it doesn't have the boss damage that Poseidon has. Probably A just for the same reasons. It's so good for colony and waves. All of the architects, yeah, there isn't really much to say. They all do basically the same thing. One of them has like, it gives you 2 extra archers, which is just so insignificant. The wall itself is just always weak, no matter what you do with it. I don't even remember what you do. You're like so insignificant. I have to check. Okay, so homing missiles, but it does not apply knockback, stun, or slow. So definitely useless. The whole point of this hero generally is the knockback, stun, or slow. If you can't do it, then you're just the useless version. Understood. Bishop, 10% attack speed, like 50% damage I think for summoned units. Summon units are not used for damage right now at all, but when they are, it's pretty good. I guess D, like it's not used at all right now, but anytime summons are, it's at least useful in like any of the... I don't remember what you're called, but I know you're useless. It's the loses all the good things about rogue, gains like a terrible damage ability, it's just not good. Yeah, makes the game faster, that's basically what you want always. Aside from like hell mode I guess. Fender, it's very good value if you can fit it in, because tanking is a lot more viable of a strategy than people seem to generally think. Obviously in colony it's really good, in waves it's a lot better than you'd probably think, but it's hard to fit in waves. Probably A, just because of how much value it gives, but it's like, a strong player's never going to be using this in waves. Okay, that's the non-teleport version, so I mean, it's fine when you want movement speed for giants, but giants are terrible now, right? So, probably D. Oh wait, it is used in hell mode, isn't it? I don't even remember why. I think it's because when they teleport, they stop being a target for the Grim Archers to shoot at, so they shoot at your orcs more. I think. I don't know. It's still going D. It's just not very good. Right side. Oh, it's the bad one. Okay. So this is just the worst version of Dark Assassin. You get 100% crit chance instead of extra crit damage, which, I mean, it's fine. It's just the other one's significantly better. The only argument for this one is you'd make more gold theoretically, but in practice it's not really the case. I might even put it in F just because you're never going to be using it over the other one. Cleric, it's pretty much always just worse than Bishop, I think, so when would you ever use this? Never. Dark Elf is obviously necessary for colonies to an extent. I mean, if you're particularly rich you can get away with not using it, but for most people it's completely necessary. It's also pretty good in waves for poor accounts, because a little bit of gold in this and you can get away with some very dumb things you can't usually get away with. I'm almost tempted to S just because it's so essential for the one game mode and even useful in the other. Maybe, that's kind of biased though because I really like the colony. Whatever. Okay. DFS, very overrated. Even people really like it for colony, but it's just not very good there. It's fallen off for hell mode as far as I can tell. Waving, it's just useless. Putting it in S would be crazy, but I kind of want to. Because this is not very good. When would you ever use it? Well, I use it in hell mode, that's because I'm using outdated stuff. I don't think anyone uses it now. Maybe they do. I guess I can go with D. No, I'm gonna put it here because I don't know, I don't like it. You are definitely D, it's just the same thing, but much worse. DIS, I really don't like this hero. It might be F, just because DIW is so much better in every way. I've never found a use case for this. Yeah, I'm putting it up, I think. On the contrast, DIW might be S. It's just used in every mode. It's very good in every mode, except DH5 just because of the resistances, but yeah, I think S. DLA? It's fine. It's used in every mode. It's good at everything in every mode. I think I'll put A, because it's it's good in every mode, but it's not it doesn't massively excel. It's mostly used in waving just because you're using Sarah anyway, and they obviously buff each other. It's really good for bone though, and it's really good for speeding up Infinite Colony more so than any other damager. It might be S actually, just because of how versatile it is and how good it is everywhere. I think that's reasonable actually, yeah. DLS? I mean, I haven't used Hell Mode Lightning in so long, I don't even know which of the two is better for Hell Mode Lightning, but even so, they're only good in Hell Mode Lightning, which isn't even the meta Hell Mode build, as far as I'm aware, so probably F. I don't know, that might be controversial, I don't know. DLW. I like it more just because the constant attack is cool for non-click builds, if you ever did that, which is obviously not something you should be doing, but you can. I'll just put it in F anyway. Necromancer, that's just obvious S, necessary for every build, every mode. Dr. Goblin, I don't even know if this hero works. I know it was bugged for a really long time, but even assuming it did work, it gives +1 gunpowder damage to any, well, +1 damage to any gunpowder based hero, which is Elizabeth or the cannon tower, which is just so niche, and it scales by 1 damage per 1 Dr. Goblin level, which is just horrible scaling, and you lose out on the benefits of the normal goblins, so it's probably yeah. This is Dark Skeleton, except it increases damage when you're below a certain threshold of mana, which is just so weird, and it would be so hard to play with. It also, for some reason, only has 1 promotion as opposed to the usual 2. I don't know, it's gonna be F because it's just so much worse than the other one. And this is the better version of that. It's just a great buff for town archers. You're gonna use it in every mode because you're gonna be using town archers in every mode unless you're doing a full hero hell mode build, which as far as I'm aware isn't very popular right now. So that's just probably S, honestly. Succubus, but the tempting one. Very rarely used. Basically never used. I've seen it used in like old Town Archer Hell mode builds and one Infinite Colony build Rush did once. Otherwise, it's not good. The other necromancer that makes enemies do less damage is just not useful because you lose the other necromancer by using it. Fire Alice. Fire is definitely the worst element of the bunch for the witches. It is used in Hell mode, but other than that, it's not really good. I'll put it in D just because it is useful there. Fire Barbarians. It's just outcast by paladins really. It used to be used in Hell mode sometimes. I don't think it is at all anymore. And even if it's just used there, I'm still just gonna put D. It's just not good. Dorothy, just the same as Alice really. Fire Flying Orc. So once again, it's only useful for Hell, but it's like kind of necessary for Hell. I mean, the other promotions are sometimes used as well, but I don't know. I guess C, because you always need it for Hell. I just don't really care for Hell, I guess. If something's only useful for Hell, maybe D makes sense. It is so needed, I guess I can do C, yeah. Fire Slingers is nice. I could do B. It's useful in every mode. It's like rarely used in waves, but if you have enough skill points, you can definitely do it, especially if you're using Static Orb on them. It's nice in Hell mode, it's okay, it's not very good in Colony, but it's usable. Maybe B, because I do like it in waves. Windy, very good for Hell mode, usable in waves. Pretty poor Infinite Colony performance, but it does work. It's just not very good. I think C probably is fine. Lisa I don't like. I'm struggling to think if it's used at all right now in like any way. No, I guess not. F seems a bit strict, but if the other witches are going to be in D, then I guess so. Flame Ogre definitely F. It's like the worst damage dealer in the game. 0 use cases. It's like DFW, but even worse. Giant Ogre. It's nice. Like, it's good knockback with 0 item requirement, which doesn't really exist except Windy. But as soon as you get knockback items, this thing is just kind of irrelevant. I guess D. Goblin, probably A. It's just really good like on the other two, like crowd control damages here. Good for Colony, good for waving, really good for Hell mode too right now. Probably is a bit better in these two. I guess I'll put it in like the front of A, even though I'm not really been doing an order like that, but whatever. The only issue is the mana cost, right? But there is ways around that. Druid. I mean the defense is nice for Colony at the very least. Hawks used to be useful, but that very controversially got nerfed. Well, it was considered a bug that they used to protect the flying orcs in Hell mode. So yeah, it's basically just the defense now, that's the only value it provides, which I guess is fine. I can put in like C, because if you're trying to push the Infinite Colony as far as possible, you are going to be using it. Half Elf, I guess it's okay. Maybe D. It's so situational, because using Elf in waves is situational anyway. And on top of that, needing the mana from a hero is kind of rare. So yeah, probably D, because it's not like completely unheard of to use this, but very rare. High Elf, that's probably enough, because we have Worm to be our like fully mana focused slot. Having another one is just pretty absurd. Hunter is fine, use it in the early game. Obviously for Town Archers, use it always for Infinite Colony, just for the cannons. Probably B. So you're always going to use it at some point. Ice, Alice, I do like ice promotions, probably C. I don't like it as much as Poison, but it has the built-in slow. It's just better than Fire. But the only thing Fire has is like attack speed, which is not very good. The Fire promotion at base actually does nothing, which a lot of people don't know, but it doesn't do anything. Unlike the other two. Yeah, I'll put it in C, I guess. So, same for you. Ice Barb. I mean, yeah, it's about the same really, isn't it? They're just both so much worse than Paladin. Ice Windy. I don't think you'll ever use this, because it's just so much worse than the other two ice area dealers for the same item requirement as well. The only benefit it has is the built-in knockback, I guess, and it stays on the field a bit longer, but it's so much worse in Colony. It's not used in Hell mode at all, it's worse in waves. It's just F. Ice Flying Orc. I guess I could put it here as well. It's sometimes used over flying or fire flying orc, depending on like the items you have. Lisa with the ice promotion, still probably just really horrible. Is this Dark Ranger? Is Dark Ranger still in the game? I don't even know. Wow, I'm like out of touch. Okay, it is. So this is Dark Ranger. Never used. When I first started the game, it was used over DBM when like in early game because it has a longer uptime for a trade with a bit less damage, which before anyone had any cooldown items, because no one farmed dragons, it was like a slight better, but right now it's just terrible. Lightning Hunter, it's just F. I've seen it used in Lightning Helmet builds now, I'm not sure why, I'm not sure what's changed there, but everywhere else terrible, and Lightning Helmet just isn't matter anyway. Mad Giants right now, F before S. I kind of want to give it like a pity D, just because of how good it used to be, but the dev nerfed it into the ground. Yeah, I'll do a pity D, I guess. MBF, skips waves for money, so F. MBM, plus 40% gold. You just have to use it really, if you're using a gold build, which you should be, always. Mechram, it's like the best knockback in the game, but that's all it does, just a knockback, unlike the witches, which will provide slow or a poison debuff as well. But it does do what it needs to do really well. If you want to use it, you can use it in any game mode. Probably C, it does what it needs to do really well, it's just not the best. As far as I've heard, F, I haven't used it, it's too new. It doesn't look good, and no one seems to think it's any good, at least as far as I'm aware. If you've like tried it and you think otherwise, then tell me, I guess. Orc Band, skips waves automatically for money, but it's also gold, extra monsters, so I guess it's an S. Poison Alice, this is going to be a bit higher up, probably B, because the poison debuff is just really good. It's extremely good for colony, it's nice for waves as well if you have the slot, I guess. Not used in Helmet as far as I remember, but maybe like you'll have one poison witch, I don't know. Paladins are nice, only in like DH5 waving, or maybe DH4. It's not good in colony. I mean, it's in some use in colony, but there's not much. It's not used in Hell mode. Probably B, because it's just really good at what it does. Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, maybe A, but it's just so like one-dimensional. Chrono passive, you need like one cooldown item for this to be irrelevant, maybe two, I don't recall. You can use it in like a farming build if you're too lazy to tap it. I guess C, it's fine, it's just, you're probably very rarely gonna use it if ever. Same as Alice of course. This, I don't know, I'm just gonna put it with the others. It's the same, it does give the poison debuff, but I've never seen it used. Maybe D actually, I've just never seen it used over these two. Alice, the poison variant, it's been used more than the other two back when witches were damage dealers, but right now just not at all again. Poison slingers, these I don't love them, but if you only have poison tree for whatever reason, I guess it's fine. It does do what slingers do, which is always nice. Maybe D? No, C. That's a bit strict, isn't it? Yeah, I think C. It's still slinger, it still does what slingers do, it's just the other promotions almost always better. Pure sorcerer, you lose pure wizard, so by default F. I've seen it used once by Jola, because he was using goblin, but I can't say I agree with that. Pure wizard, F. Don't really need to elaborate on that, it's just necessary for every build. Red defender, it's nice when damage towers are used and are useful, but that's so rare. Like if you're doing like a no-click build with Thunder Tower, it's obviously nice. Other than that, it's never used, and that build is basically never used, so we're going F sadly. The gold stealing promotion of Rogue. I like it, it's very interesting, has a lot of weird mechanics to it. It's like not massively far behind Alchemist in terms of gold if you have the right items, but it is worse than Alchemist, that's why you like never see it used. It's hard to fit in, it's never necessary for profit, and well, it can be if you're doing some like very weird low double horn gab, I guess, but it is just not used much, and for pretty good reason. It's just so hard to fit in usually. But it's nice if you can and you don't really care about waving as fast as possible. Maybe C, or maybe B. I do kind of like it. I don't know, that's so biased though. I mean, no, I like it actually because it fits into the pure town archer build, which is the best build in the game. So is this the... No, it has the tail. The usual one doesn't have the tail, so this is soul consumed, so that's just an F, I think. I've never seen it used for anything. I've tried it and didn't do anything special. Slinger, but the physical promotion, probably, maybe A. Or maybe just on the same tier as the fire slinger, I guess makes sense, because it's situational which one you use. Obviously the fire one needs the fire tree, which isn't convenient, but the benefit of physical slinger is you get the physical orb, which is slightly more attack speed than just using a base fire slinger. But fire slinger's cool because you get the attack speed and you can use static, so probably just they're like the same, I guess. Smith too, just heals you. It's nice for colony, but not that nice. It's nice for waving if you're weak, I guess. Probably C, because it's never like the end goal you want to be using this. It's just like a fail safe. It does really work when you need it to though. Like when you do need it, it's very nice. Probably C though. I'm just not a huge fan. Sniper, this is like was used in like one of the first hero builds ever for waving. In fact, it's just not very good. It hasn't been for a very long time. Right now it's just completely useless. F, it never got any runes, which is really sad. Stone Giant, I guess honorary D, right? This is terrible right now, but it was extremely good. Stone, kind of the same story as like Red Defender, but even better than Red Defender, I guess. Well, actually no, not anymore. I think it got changed to be worse for some reason, or some interaction with it got made worse in a recent update. But either way, it's just F, never used, never will be used unless it gets some major rework again. I am Stoss, I really like Stoss. Better than Smith 2 in Colony if you can get strong cooldown items on it, and it is really good for Colony. When you do, it will let you push it so much further than you ever could with the Smith, so I'm probably going B. It's not very good in waves or hell, but it is just so good. Well, maybe I should put it higher because I have Elf in S, so that's kind of fucked up if I don't have Stoss high up as well. And I have Blue Defender in A, yeah, I guess I have to. Oh, I should probably go over this again when I'm finished. The good succubus. It's like kind of hard to use just because of the skill tree. You need poison, which is rough at times, but it is really good. Probably less, well, definitely less versatile than DNA, but still really good. Probably A, because like you don't always need it like the other things in S tier, but when you can use it, it's really good, obviously. It's like one of the best dragon killers and expert dungeon killers, one of the best boss killers, maybe the best boss killer actually, probably. I mean, town archers exist, I guess, but yeah, A is appropriate. So this is the AoE Poison Cloud Voodoo. I mean, the other one does the Poison Cloud too, but the promotion specializes the darts for whatever reason. It's not completely useless, but it's just worse than like every other AoE dealer. It's also like the worst colony AoE in the game. It's awful, but it's usable for waves. It does clear out when it needs to, and it hits air, which is nice. I don't know, I guess I could put it in D, because if you're doing like pure poison, sure, I guess, if you're doing that, which you shouldn't be. And this is just F, it's just worse. Hawk? No, not Hawk, Wolf Druid. I guess there's no reason to separate these two. They're exactly the same at this point because the summons don't body block anymore, so they're just exactly the same. Yellow Chrono, you'll use it before you can use blue, and you'll use it for a very long time, but it's not the end goal, so I guess A. Like, you're never gonna have this in your final build. Okay, it's the crowd control Zeus. I've seen it used in hell mode a little bit. Otherwise, completely useless. It was used in like very old town archer builds before the skill tree. Yeah, I think it's just useless. Damage Zeus is like the best air damage dealer in the game. Really good boss damage. Used to be like the strongest thing in the entire game because of a bug that got solved, but it's still really good. I think just an A as well, like same as Succubus really. It's just so strong when you can use it, but never necessary. The right Elizabeth, so this is the strong Elizabeth. Has a very like high requirement to be able to use it. When you can, it's pretty strong. I'm not a huge fan now, but it is very good when you can. I'll probably put it in B just because of how hard it is to use, but when you can, it's worth testing. Left promotion of the Golem Master, it's gonna be F. I know it's gonna be F, but at least I'll check what it does because I don't remember. Okay, this increases the Golem's damage, yeah. Their damage is literally nothing. I've tried extensively because I have like really good items for it if it did work. And this one just increases the attack speed, lowers the damage. Okay, useless. Left side of Ice Sorceress, that is Ice Spikes. I really like Ice Spikes. Less good for Colony, so it's slightly less versatile than Blizzard, but pretty much equally good for Waves, if not better in a lot of cases. But I guess because of its lack of versatility in comparison, I'll put it in B. It still does work in Colony though. It's just a bit slower from what I remember. I guess I'll put it in A because it's worse in Colony, but it is sometimes better in Waves. For me, it's better in Waves, so. Teleport Angels, I am a big fan of these. It's just like, if you can get away with it at better Paladins, because it does the body blow, but also it teleports, you can put the static orb on it and it will do, for literally no cost, a very large amount of your boss damage, so probably A. It's just really strong if you can get it to work, especially if you can double proc it. The good Assassin. I like increasingly seeing Assassin just not being used in builds. That has never been possible for me. I don't know what like black magic people are doing. I guess money, right? But it's not an easy thing to not include in your build. It's just you give it 0 gold and in turn you get a massive damage increase. It's probably A. It's used in every mode. Really good in every mode. This is the, I don't remember what it's called. It's like, they're not blizzards, they're like waves. But yeah, the worst. Poseidon, really bad in Infinite Colony. Much worse in waves. There's no use case, it's just gonna go here. Definitely. Strange Strafe. I guess if you're going for a nice only build, which you never should, it basically just is a damage dealing Dark Skeleton because we needed that for some reason. F. Definitely. Dark Bowmaster, definitely outshined by DLA just because you need the physical skill tree, which is a lot less common. It is a bit better than DLA if you're like doing a physical build or if you don't like have a lightning lab and a lightning castle base, because it has more attack speed, but you lose the extra damage to air. It is really good though. It's just like a lot more situational because when you're not gonna have more lightning focus in your build, you usually will. I don't know, A or B I guess. In Colony it's always gonna be physical focused, right? Probably B. I think B. I think B is fine and fair. That's everything, okay. I kinda wanna look it over it just in case there's something like absurd that I'm not noticing, but I think it's fine, probably. You can definitely tell me where I'm off anyway in the comments. If I am, maybe this is perfect. Who knows?